accused of a decades-old murder cold case appeared in a courtroom today. Athens Clarke County police say Edric Faust killed Tara Baker more than 20 years ago and then burned down her apartment to cover up the crime. Atlanta News First, Adam Murphy tells us even though there has been an arrest, police still don't have a motive for the crime.
The motive in this case is still unclear, but here's what I can tell you. Last September, GBI's cold case unit partnered with other law enforcement agencies, including Athens Clarke County Police Department, to conduct an in-depth review of the ongoing investigation into Baker's death, and it led to an arrest.
Mr. Faust, you are charged with 9 counts.
48-year-old Edric Lamont Faust made his first court appearance on Friday in a decades-old cold case. He's facing multiple charges, including murder, aggravated sodomy, and arson, in connection with the death of former UGA law student Tara Louise Baker. On January 19, 2001, firefighters found Baker's body after responding to a fire at her Athens apartment in the Deer Park community. The investigation determined that the fire was intentionally set, and investigators spent over 2 decades seeking answers in the case.
I do hope that this gives a lot of families across the state of Georgia hope.
Cameron Jay is a family friend of the Bakers who started a podcast 2 years ago called Classic City Crime.
I'm going to turn it over for a few moments so that you can get a good idea of who Tara Louise Baker was.
His goal was to shed light on Baker's unsolved case.
What I believed was that by telling her story again and getting the public involved and getting law enforcement to realize that there was a movement to see justice and resolution, that we could shake the trees and that something might could happen. And what a shock it was when something did happen.
The podcast led to a new state law establishing the GBI cold case unit last year. Soon after, agents arrested and charged Faust with Baker's murder. The Baker family released this statement saying, "Our family is eternally grateful to the cold case unit with the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, the Athens Clarke County Police Department, and Federal Bureau of Investigation for their dedication and diligence in bringing us closer to the truth that has eluded us for 23 years.
There's going to be a lot of talk about the person who has now been arrested, but I hope that as we let the criminal justice system do its job, that we will all take a moment and pause to remember Tara and her life.
The GBI director and other law enforcement agencies intend to hold a news briefing on this arrest first thing next week on Monday, right here at the GBI. Indicator Adam Murphy, Atlanta News First.